Burnout happens because you overwork, and you overwork because you feel unworthy. Your sense of worth is placed on how much you can produce, how much output you can produce. That's where your sense of worth lies. And when you're burnt out and you can't work on anything, you start feeling these negative feelings, feelings of guilt, shame, and on top of that, the main theme of your burnout is worthlessness. You feel absolute shit when you're not able to work. You are not working right now to provide something of value. You are working right now to fill an empty cup, to fill that void of worthlessness from your work. You are not giving, you are taking from your work. So you start overworking because you want to get that hit of self worth. You work and work, you feel more worthy and worthy. That's what you desire to feel. But eventually, you burn out and you're left with this dark feeling of worthlessness because when you're burnt out, you need to rest. And rest is scary, especially when you feel worthless because you cannot rest because you don't feel worthy. You need to be constantly working to prove your worth. So, resting is a scary idea for you. You try to overwork when you're burnt out, but that doesn't work. So, you do one of two things. First is like right now, you start looking for answers. Why are you burnt out and how can you improve? And second is the feelings of burnout, the feelings of the feelings that burnout provides you, the feelings of guilt and shame and worthlessness are too heavy to face, and you start overstimulating yourself, binge eating, doom scrolling, content abuse. You abuse content by not applying that knowledge. You are just compulsively eating all the knowledge. You are just watching one after another videos of self improvement. You are just watching, you are not doing anything. So you start overstimulating when you feel worthless and burnt out. I want to state this really seriously. You are not working to provide something to the world. You are working to take something from your work. You just can't work with full intensity if you are coming from a place of emptiness. How can you provide from an empty cup? You are only going to take stuff because you feel empty. If you felt if you felt worthy, if your cup was full, your work will be your work would have been so much of quality because you were providing the world from a place of fullness and not emptiness. Right now you are trying to provide something to the world while you yourself are empty. How can you provide something to the world when you feel empty yourself? That does not make sense. You just work. You work just enough to gain a hit of self worth. You are not a giver. Let me let me clear that first. You are not a giver right now. And if you're a man who is watching, it's such a shame right now that you are not giving anything to the world. You are taking in the name of giving. You're taking hits of self worth in the name of giving. You are not giving anything. You are not a giver. You are just a mere taker. So Now you might be thinking how to heal burnout. You need to heal your self-worth. That is the main thing. But how to get to a state where you are actually thinking about your self-worth? I'll I'll give you a few steps to heal burnout that will take you to healing self-worth. That is another video on itself, how to heal self-worth. But let's talk about how to heal burnout right now. So, what not to do first of all. Do not force yourself to work. It's not gonna work. You have already tried. And second is, don't try to overstimulate in the name of rest. Because when you overstimulate yourself, you don't feel sharp. You feel even more dull, even more numb. So stimulation is obviously not working. So no overworking, no stimulation. Now what to do? How to heal burnout now? What to do? First step is sit with yourself. If you can get a pen and paper, that's fine. If you can't, that's fine too. Just sit with yourself. Keep your phone away. Just stare at a wall or a window. If you have a good view, of course. So just in just 5 minutes, you'll know if you're staring at the wall. In just 5 minutes, your mind will start to dismantle itself. You will start feeling rejuvenated, but that's just 1% of it. If you spend long time staring at a wall, staring outside the window, you will see your mind is getting clearer and calmer and feeling more rested. But remember, you don't need no stimulation. It has to be you and your mind. Just that's it. You and your thoughts. That's it. Nothing else. I have healed my burnout using this technique. It's just so simple. It's not even a technique. We used to do this when we were kids. When we can't do anything, I just did this. I'll just lay down on my bed and stare at the wall, stare outside the window. Let your mind wander. That's when healing happens because you are not engaged. Your mind is not engaged in anything, in any activity. You are completely unhinged. Is that the word? You're completely unwinded. I don't know what's the word, but you're completely free. You are not hooked on anything. So that's where happens the real healing of your mind, the burnout. But to permanently heal your burnout, you have to heal your self-worth. If you feel worthy just being yourself, for not doing anything but just being, if you feel worthy while just being, then you can provide to the world with a full cup. You are a giver, not a taker, because you are good on your own. Any work you do is just you're sharing your gift. It is just you sharing your gift. You're not taking anything. You are giving. There is a difference. When you're worthless, you are doing to gain a sense of self-worth. But when you feel worthy, you are doing everything just to give, not take. You become the ultimate giver when you feel worthy. And if you are a man, that's what your soul that's what hold up. That's what your soul craves. Giving and providing. Heal yourself, heal your self-worth, and you'll see, if you're a man, a unique sense of manliness will rise within you when you start to feel worthy. You would like to work, and you know that you know that resting sharpens your mind. Resting is a part of work. It is not separate from work. It does not take you off your path. It helps you to propel you even forward, even more forward in your path. Resting is what sharpens you. So don't be afraid to rest. I think that is all.